I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm a coach who helps people professionally in a number of different ways. And here I'm back with a career angle that was generated by one of my subscribers. I thought it was a great question that no one ever talks about. And I know I've been placed in these positions myself, so I have a perspective on it that might be a little bit different than what you might hear from your boss. So the question really is, how do you interview someone who's more senior and more knowledgeable than you? So the first thing I want you to do is to ask your manager, director, boss, whomever this is, what it is they want you to evaluate for. Or just get to know him, was the way it was always presented to me, which was a joke. I'd be wasting my time, and I told them that. I'll do this one time, but I need specifics, because otherwise you're not going to listen to anything I say because I haven't hit on the points that you really care about. So what is it you want me to evaluate for is the launch point here. From there, I want you to meet with the person, obviously do all the social stuff at the beginning, and then begin the conversation in a pretty unconventional way. I just want you to simply tell them, I don't plan on being a roadblock to you joining, but I've been asked to talk with you about fill in the blank. And thus what you're doing is revealing what it is that your boss has asked you to look for so they know what the target is. You're not going to tell them the specific questions, but what the target is. Now, the probability is you're going to be asked to talk with them about something related to their work, and that's fine. You cover those points. But I think there are three things that you need to find out about this person. And these are the three basics. I want to encourage you to dig deeper and be curious, not with an idea toward turning this into an inquisition, but to turn it into a conversation where you get a sense of how they like to lead. So the next question is, what is your leadership style? And they'll, of course, say something like collaborative, I've got an open door policy, all this sort of crap that every manager talks about. Give me an example of that. Talk with me about how you led in that perspective and how you got results. Dig deeper, be curious, ask your questions to find out more. Tell me about a subordinate you took from, let's say, average to exceptional. How did you do that? And listen to what they define exceptional as being. Let's see what average wound up being. And you learn something from that question too that I think is really useful. There's other things I'm sure they're going to start opening up from there. But the third question I think is a very subtle one. What haven't I asked you about that I should in order to get a perspective of you as a leader in an organization? You as a manager in an organization. And their feedback, their comment about that is going to be telling. Because you really don't want to be a roadblock because you think you're in over your head. I just want you to have a conversation and report back and give your manager a sense of what your perspective is, which is really from the standpoint of you are more junior than them. You shouldn't be evaluating them from the standpoint of what they know. They may know a heck of a lot more than you. And the final thing you might just ask, if you have time, is teach me something that you think is important. Catch that one. Teach me something that you think is important for me to know about in order to be a successful individual. Again, you learn something about them from questions like that, and that's really what you want to do. Hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman. My website is thebiggamehunter.us. Go there and go explore. There's just going to be a lot there to help you with job search, hiring more effectively, managing and leading, workplace-related stuff. In addition, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, you can schedule time at the website for a free discovery call or schedule time for coaching. I'd love to help you. Lastly, subscribe to my channel. Click the small icon in the lower right of the picture of me in the upper left to get notified when I release something new. Hope you have a terrific day, and more importantly, be great. Take care.